Okay, just going through a little demo here. I've got the TRX rip trainer, and basically it's a 5-pound bar that screws together, attached to some tubing. In this case, I've got a medium band, which isn't very strong, but very good reactional trainer, very good for training athleticism. It was developed by a physical therapist who's also a martial artist. When you see some different movements, you can kind of tell that. But besides some of the ones I just demonstrated there, turn sideways, do rotational circles both directions. Like I say, depending on your balance, you can just kind of stay in place, work front to back, or take a step, punch, strike. Basically move all different directions, which there again, because you're shifting your weight back into place, and because you're creating a stress, you have to react to that stress. So just working on athleticism, your ability to move all different directions, especially in the transverse plane, which is rotation and or diagonal movement, which is very important for a lot of sports. Golf, baseball, softball, tennis, throwing, having that ability to move and transfer and shift your weight, very important, and this is a nice way to train it. So like I said, there's different strengths of bands. Medium, which isn't very heavy for me, also heavy or extra heavy, which I'll demonstrate shortly. But I can make this tougher or easier depending on where I put my hand. The further away I put my hand from here, I'm going to increase the difficulty, and obviously the closer, the less elasticity, the less movement. So I can have two different people of different abilities and change just by placing my hand placement. Kind of an axe chop here, but there again it pulls me back, so I have to react to that. So I'm getting a reflexive core stimulus or reactive core, because I have to react to the motions I created both directions. So very nice tool for that. There again, obviously I can do something more aggressive and just a lot of different variations, kind of limited by your imagination. There again, just kind of a nice, fits up into a nice easy bag here. It's portable, take with. And like I say, if there's different people of strength levels, you want different strength level bands being used, but it's just a nice way to train the ability to move. And as they say, use it or lose it. Well, I say move it or lose it. If you don't move in all the different directions, your body has the ability to move over time, especially those of us over 50, which is myself, may lose that ability. So that's one reason to train it. Okay, I've got the extra heavy band on here, and I say the band's enclosed, kind of a nylon enclosure there. Basically that's so if the band does break, and there again, but it's actually tubing. All tubing over time is going to break with wear and tear, but because it's enclosed sleeve, when it does snap, it's not going to hit you because it's going to stay inside the sleeve, which is a nice precautionary thing. But also the protective sleeve just helps protect it from nicks and cuts, so it's going to last longer. And like I say, you can always, they're a replacement for these, but I used to use these with my small group training, my over 50 clients, and so we would do interval work. So typically, we'd do 30 seconds of a single movement, rest 30 seconds, and then repeat the other side. Or we would often include these with battle ropes. So basically they might do this, may do something with the battle ropes and go back and forth. There again, there's nice interval training and a way to get the heart rate up. There again, may not look like much. You do 30 seconds straight. Your heart rate's going to get up, and then obviously as you continue, you keep that heart rate elevated, so you can use it for metabolic conditioning. But like I say, the extra heavy cord, I'm not going to be able to push. It's going to give me a lot more restriction, so it's not going to move as fast. But there again, if I want to make it less strong, I just move my hand closer to the anchor point. Or if I want more resistance, slide my hand further away from that point. And this is a lot more core work for me right now versus the first one with the lighter medium band was more reaction, which is still good. But they're just training different qualities of speed, which there again, sports and activity require different types of speed for different situations. So training all the different, from slow to faster, everything in between that spectrum is a good idea. Just there again, maintain your athleticism as you age. I'm soon to be 58 and I want to stay athletic as long as possible. So doing stuff like this in various motions, as you can see, that tougher, that extra band, extra strong, a little tougher. But there again, I don't want to just be strong in the gym. I want some athleticism to go along with it. And maybe when we were younger, we could just go to the gym and then train our sport and then just play our sport. I don't think it necessarily works out as well once we get past a certain age. I think you got to train some different movements, athleticism, and not just train to be strong.